We're in studio today. I have two special guests with me. I have Adele Connors.
Hi, I am the Director of Development at the Academy of Children's Theater.
And Ginny Quinley.
Hi, Faith. I'm just on the board of the Academy of Children's Theater.
And this is kind of a new thing for you, Ginny, because I remember you being at CBC and teaching drama for a long time.
And I'm still there. I'm
Just a
still
woman of
there.
many hats.
I'm just on the board, and hopefully, the two work together. CBC and ACT have worked together ever since their beginning.
You're just wearing a different hat.
That's right.
And we want to talk today about what's coming up, the Garden Arts Tour. Is this something new, or is this something that they've done and I just haven't been aware of?
This is the 16th annual Garden Arts Tour.
I live under a rock, apparently.
Or we're advertising better. We could say that too, right?
That's good, yes.
That's right. It's June 28th from 9 to 4 p.m. And it's a self-guided tour of 7 of the most beautiful, beautiful, beautiful venues in the Tri-Cities.
That's so awesome. So kind of like the Parade of Homes, this is like a parade of gardens.
That's a good analogy. Exactly.
And are these just certain people that live in the community that have particularly beautiful yards that were...
Yeah, we try to showcase a diverse cross-section of gardens. We've got a garden that's on the Yakima River. We've got a beautiful garden in North Richland that's a lovely home. We've got a garden from Badger Canyon. We've got a garden at the Master Gardeners Demonstration Garden in Kennewick that's got 26 different themes. And so just about everybody will appreciate some of the elements at each of the gardens.
Certainly.
How do you find the people, Adele, the gardens?
Well, because it's the 16th annual, we solicit the year before from gardeners who are on the tour and people who attend the tour. We have several hundred people go on the tour every year, and we're hoping that people will start stomping towards ACT's online ticket purchase, or to our office, or to a couple of other places that sell tickets.
So tell me how the correlation became with ACT being involved with this garden tour. I mean, how did you come up with that?
Well, we created it sort of as a celebration of the arts. And, ACT is an integral part of the arts community. And gardening is also a very, very fine art. And this year we're also involving some of the other arts organizations. The Mid-Columbia Master Singers are going to be with us, singing at some of the gardens. We have musicians, Stevie Haberman, Chuck Williams, some of your friends. Next year, Faith Martin will be on the tour.
Yes, we're going to hope for that.
We have the Mid-Columbia Musical Theater's cast from Sound of Music is going to be belting out The Hills Are Alive from some of our
And they're
gardens.
touring, right? Aren't they going to several of the gardens? Is
Yes,
that
they're
correct?
touring around, and
That'll
so
be fun.
There'll be lots of special treats like that. And Kathy Kelly is going to be singing with Brian Swearingen. We've got nursery experts and master gardener experts at a couple of the gardens too. Heritage Nursery is going to set up one, and Beaver Bark's going to have some people. And
That's
So are
fabulous.
they doing...
So you can ask questions to the
Yeah.
master gardeners and such?
Oh,
That's right. And at the Master Gardener Demonstration Garden on Union Street, the Master Gardeners themselves are going to be there and available for advice. And
Excellent.
And what were you
There
going to say,
go.
Ginny?
Well, you just asked the same thing
Oh.
I was wondering too.
About
Just whether,
questions?
and if they're not doing demonstrations, they're answering questions. Or,
And there will be some demonstrations, but yes, they
Okay.
are there to sort of cultivate. That's a good
Yeah.
word for a garden.
yes, that was good.
Wordplay.
Cultivate relationships with people who are interested in gardening. And they really focus on the different climates and soils that are present here in the Tri-Cities. And that's one thing the garden tour does showcase, is that we have all kinds of different environments here. And you would never think that you were in the Tri-Cities when you're at a couple of these gardens.
And likewise, it might be useful information for people to tell you things that aren't necessarily going to do well in this soil.
Yeah.
Because I know I've put out so much money on plants that just don't do well. And I would have liked to have had that information prior. But
I've always
live and
wondered
learn.
why the one thing about weeds is that the one thing they can never do is like grow in straight rows.
I always wonder how my soil can be perfectly nutritional for every weed on earth.
I know.
But apparently lacking when it comes to keeping some of my plants alive. So yeah, very
Exactly.
frustrating.
These are really good questions to ask those master gardeners.
I know, and
who will be
one of
present.
one of my gardens. I kind of take ownership of this.
You can. You planned it.
Anyway, he is a potter, Pat Fleming, and he puts shards of pottery into his mulch. And at his garden, they're going to be plein air artist painting works in progress. So
That is
anyway,
so
lots of
exciting.
good ideas out there.
So tell us again when this is and how much it is. And
It is Saturday, June 28th from 9 to 4 p.m., $15 a ticket, which you can buy online or at ACT. McCurley Integrity Honda is our main sponsor, and you can buy tickets there. Beaver Bark and Heritage Nursery.
Perfect. Okay, so and this is all the funds help to provide for ACT, which quick lowdown, Ginny, on ACT for those that maybe are new to the area and don't know what it is.
Sure. Academy of Children's Theater. We'll be celebrating its 20th anniversary next year. I can't believe it's that old. It started out as a conglomeration. Actually, CBC, Richland Players helped start ACT 20 years ago, and it has just grown, and it is the most beautiful opportunity for children to go experience the arts. They learn so much. They learn about teamwork and ensemble and a lot of life skills doing theater from a young age. There are classes that are offered if children don't want to be in productions. And I can't say enough about all the good things ACT does. I will say, I just talked to a parent yesterday or 2 days ago of one of the very first students.
Wow.
And she was so articulate. I wish she was here right now to express again the value of ACT. And she said anything she can do through her lifetime to assist ACT, she would be happy to do because she knows how much it can do for children.
Well, just getting kids out of their shell, helping build confidence,
You
and
bet.
really to enable them to express themselves and
Right.
to be okay in front of people. They say public speaking is one of the hardest things to do. You learn how to do that early on. You got it figured out.
Right,
so,
right. And to feel
yeah.
good about themselves
Yeah.
because they're being creative and expressing.
That's awesome. Great organization. And
It
both
is.
of these together are going to be fabulous. So again, June 28th. One more time with the website, Adele.
www.academyofchildrenstheater.org.
And that's where they can purchase their tickets.
Correct.
Any kind of a map or something? How are people finding all
There's
the
a
locations?
map on the website, and then the first garden at 2102 Davison in Richland will have garden maps to be distributed.
Okay.
Actually, all the gardens will.
And then
so.
all the addresses are right there too,
On
so
the
people
ticket.
could always just GPS each location. Correct?
You bet.
Okay. Thank you, Adele Connors, Ginny Quinley, for coming in. We love it that you guys were here, and we'll see you there.
Thank you.
Thank